Third World Cinema Club.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Third World Cinema Club. I'm John Tawasil from Present Confusion.
Hi, I'm Jim of Jimmy Liculat, iba pa.
Ayun, dalawa lang kami so walang confusion kung sino yung
Kaya nga eh.
sino yung mauuna. Tama ba yun? Pero yun, today we'll be talking about select films from the recently concluded Binisaya Film Festival 2022. Ayun. We've watched not all of the film, but some of the films. We'll be talking about 5 noteworthy films that we watched in the festival. The first one is the opening film. This one is a entry in the Sundance Film Festival where I think it won.
Yes, it won. Best
Yeah.
short film.
This is a film by Don Josephus Rafael Eblan called The Headhunter's Daughter, and it's about a woman from the Cordilleran Highlands who wants to sing in a tawag dito, in a country, in a music competition that will hopefully be broadcast on TV. So, ayun, sige Jim, ikaw muna. What did you think about The Headhunter's Daughter?
Ako I appreciate yung production value, no? Kasi diba yung story nga nung filmmaker before the film or the short film as a whole. Kasi this was made or done during the pandemic. So limited yung resources, and then there are a lot of restrictions, no, when they made this film. And another thing na na-appreciate ko about the film kasi yung roots ng filmmaker, 'di ba, from the Cordillera region, it was it was utilized well in the film, gano'n. And nandun pa rin kasi yung culture natin na kapag sumasali sa singing contest, it gave us or it gives us hope. No, not only not only the fame or the prize itself, but yung making your dreams come true. Yun yung yun ang maganda with the short film. Kasi audition pa lang naman yung pinakita doon. And the journey along the audition, no, from the province to the city or urban, grabe lang yung yung transition na parang nandito lang siya sa sa province or sa rural area, and then suddenly she woke up in an urban or in the city na parang na culture shock din siya. Ganon. And sabi nga niya nung nung lead character, ang main goal niya was not really about the prize or the fame or whatever, but yung ma-recognize siya ng tatay niya, no, na headhunter, 'di ba? Na kumakanta siya. So aside from yun na nakakatuwa with the film, no, or nakaka-touch with the film na it gave platform to the IP or the indigenous people. But it also did not limit na itong mga IP ay they are also wanted to join a singing contest or on the short film, no, noted na it was a talent talent show or talent contest or competition. Ganun. So, may kanta dun eh, nakalimutan ko yung title na from the start kinakanta. It's remarkable. Ayun.
Ito ba yung
So,
yung first song sa pelikula, Jim?
yung may, ano ba yung title nun? Yung kinakanta nung babae. Remarkable yun eh. Ano ba
Coming Around the Mountain. Joke lang.
Remarkable pero nakalimutan. Yung totoo, no, guys. Yung totoo sa akin. Down in the river to pray.
Down in the
Ayun.
River.
O, di ba, ayun. Tapos ang nakakatuwa dito with with Headhunter's Daughter. Yung treatment niya parang mukhang western,
Actually,
'di
oo.
ba? 'Di ba, nagmumukha siyang western, modern western. Yun yung ano, yun yung peg niya. So far yun lang naman yung masasabi ko. Alam ko marami kang masasabi diyan.
So ako, yun nga Jim yung first na yung Down in the River to Pray, yung unang parang nag-register sa akin. And all throughout the film, may parang juxtaposition of this, yun nga, parang Western cowboy sensibilities
Mm.
and at the same time, these parang very vast, landscapes na untouched.
Yes.
Pero may bahid ng, yun nga, colonial influence from, well, starting from the Spanish, pero in part din from the Americans, di ba? So may
Mm.
parang emulation of this parang American or Western ideal and yung parang pagtayo ng mga indigenous peoples natin to yung mga slaves sa US. Kasi down in the river to pray, di ba yun yung mga kinakanta ng mga people in the South? Ewan ko.
Actually,
But,
yun yung mga gano'n ang mga kinakanta ng mga African American
while working in
in
the
the South.
fields, ganun.
Oo, kaya 'di ba sila yung mas popular when it comes to gospel singing.
Oh, di
Kasi
ba?
sila yung
Oo.
nakaramdam ng hardship, during the slave, yun ang kanilang parang comfort when they
Na
sung gospel ano,
people
yun.
when they're very oppressed, ganyan,
Mm.
they turn to religion na binigay sa kanila,
Mm.
yun yung source nila of comfort. Ano din tsaka yung sinasabi mo na parang search for fame and fortune is not as hindi kasing bigat as yung desire ng daughter just to be seen
Yes. Mm.
as an indigenous artist, as a daughter sa kanyang tatay na
Mm.
ang ginagawa na lang niya ay manood ng TV. Yun yung pumatok sa akin Parang and there's this very parang hazy dream-like quality to yung pagkakuha ng film, no?
Mm.
Parang very misty. Pero siya may pagka-mysterious or para may mga nakatagong, may mga layers na nakatago sa loob ng
Parang
mga
ano nga
people.
siya, kung titingnan mo, because it's about a dream, parang dream sequence yung ano,
May
yung
pagkano, oo.
yung peg nung ano, ng short film.
And yun and remarkable na nagawa niya yon in the middle of the pandemic. Yung titular nga na
Yes.
headhunter, nung tiningnan ko yung credit, siya yung parang handler ng mga kabayo, siya yung location manager,
Oo.
'di ba?
Parang ano
So,
ba 'to, parang Chloe Zhao.
parang
Chloe Zhao,
Chloe Zhao, ganun.
Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, I liked it. I see why it won the grand prize. So, do you have any other thoughts on The Headhunter's Daughter? Or move on to the next?
Wala naman na. Okay na ako dun.
Ayan. So, ito Jim, ikaw mag-explain kasi hindi ko to napanood ng mabuti, unfortunately. This one is The Day It Snowed in the Philippines.
Mm.
So, this is directed by Joshua Cesar Medroso. So, in a coastal barrio along the Davao City shoreline, there are two young boys who are fond of samurai movies and snow are challenged to face a world of violence and abuse. One of them is even watching a quote-unquote parang samurai movie on TV.
Yes.
Na
Parang
about this
Kurosawa something na.
about these two samurai that are fighting in the snow tas biglang nag-snow sa kanila. So sige nga Jim, what were your thoughts on The Day It Snowed in the Philippines?
Actually, nakakatuwa yung nakalagay na snow kasi it's a styrofoam.
Styrofoam.
yung, yung ginamit nila. Kasi diba yung sa opening scene, if I recall correctly, naglalaro yung mga bata ng styrofoam tapos kinakaskas sa wall or sa dingding ng bahay. And ang maganda dun sa short film, even the place itself or the environment, kasi later on malalaman or mare-reveal na yung isang bata abused siya.
Mm-hmm.
The environment also around them ay abused because ito yung slum area.
Yes.
So parang ang ganda lang na ni-relate or nagkaroon ng correlation yung abuse with the environment as well as yung abuse na naranasan ng isang bata. And siyempre ako nage-gets ko yung ano, yung sa youth na frustrated ka sa Pinas na sana magkaroon ng snow. Kaya yung mga bata, they did na nagkaskas sila ng styrofoam sa dingding.
Mm.
Eh, later napagalitan sila dun. Eh, ako aminado meron akong ganong experience before. Pinagalitan din kami. Ano pa kami ng mga tanod. Kasi naman 'pag bata 'di ba, parang, snow,
Oo.
snow, pero alam mo naman wala kang kaalam-alam na puwede palang makasira ng ozone layer, 'di ba? Ayun. So, ang maganda dito sa film hindi pinakita na kung paano abusuhin yung bata. Yung parang implied siya, hindi
Mhm.
siya pinapakita sa screen, gano'n. But then, parang the next day, yun na yung ano, yung nakita na may bruises na yung bata, may ano na, may pasa na, gano'n.
Oo.
So, it's ano, loss of innocence, 'di ba? Kasi once na you experience abuse in any form, whether it's physical, emotional, verbal, or sexual, 'di ba? Eh, kaka-attend ko lang ng inner child retreat. Sorry na-share ko na, guys. So, parang gano'n pala 'yun kapag, gano'n yung na-experience mo nung childhood 'no, na you're in an environment or in an abusive environment, it affected you the way also na you decide, on your current situation, even in your future ano, endeavors, gano'n. So do'n ang naging dynamic do'n was, ano yung naging respond nung naka-witness yung isang bata, kasi naririnig niya lang, eh, na sinasaktan yung kalaro niya. Helpless siya, helpless
Oo.
yung na-abuse, helpless din yung kalaro niya kasi parang, "How can I help my friend? Eh, hindi ako puwedeng mag-intervene kasi baka pati siya saktan or ano puwedeng mangyari," 'di ba?
Oo.
So, ang nangyari, the yung final the closing scene is very for me, that's ano, haunting kasi yun yung may mga finorm silang laruan tapos destroyed na, binuo nila. So, parang shocks 'no, parang as a child
Oh,
kasi
parang may ano,
mahirap
eh.
yung ano 'no, yung environment hindi maganda, tapos improvise lang yung laruan, tapos it was destroyed. So, parang it also reflects or represents a destroyed childhood because of the violence and abuse na yung isa na-experience niya mismo, yung isa naman na-witness niya,
Pero
ayun. Ay, sorry diyan.
would you say, Jim, na yung pagbuo nila ulit ng mga laruan is a parang indication na despite yung mga horrible things na nangyayari sa kanila, they're still persevering na one day, alam mo yun, makakalabas tayo sa ganitong sitwasyon.
Oo naman, 'di ba? 'Pag ang bata kasi 'di ba kahit naman ako as a kid 'no, kasi ako aminado I also experienced that, eh, physical, emotional, and verbal abuse. Kaya naka-relate din ako dun sa bata
Mm.
somewhat 'no, while watching it 'no. Parang you wanted to escape that kind of environment, 'di ba? And ang maganda lang kasi dun sa short film, ito yung parang kahit ako ano ko, parang sana gano'n 'no, I wish sana may gano'n akong during those times ng hardship, may kasama akong kaibigan, gano'n.
Mm.
Kasi dun sa short film na yun ang ganda kasi walang magawa yung kaibigan niya during the time of the abuse. But after that nung makita siya nung kaibigan niya, naaawa sa kanya, but it also yung presence daw nung kaibigan niya, kahit walang magawa, was already a comfort, 'di ba?
Ah,
So, in a way 'di ba dun sa ending, dun sa closing, it was a subtle na they supported each other, 'di ba, na he can rely on that friend. Although you cannot parang open-ended naman kasi yung short film, 'di ba? Parang Stand By Me na hindi mo na alam kung anong mangyayari in the future sa mga
Ah,
kids, 'di ba? So, ayun, kung hindi mo alam kung will they still be friends after few years, gano'n. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng naging kaibigan mo nung childhood sila pa rin, 'di ba? But knowing na meron siyang naging kaibigan or kalaro nung gano'ng panahon was for me a big deal or a big thing. Kasi it it somewhat represented or it somewhat gave the character a comfort. Ayun, yun lang naman.
ayun. Oo
Dami
nga.
ko ng sabi-sabi.
Oo nga naman, Jim. Yan, yan. So, the day it won best film, no? The
Yeah.
day it
Mm.
snowed in the Philippines. Yeah. So, Binisaya best film. The next film that we'll be talking about is part of the Horizons or yung parang World International Film Competition.
Mm.
This was a film directed by two friends of the pod. We had them before in a few years ago or baka
Yan
last
ba
year.
yung was that Aswang or A Thousand Cuts?
No. I think yan yung year na yon. Pero yung dinirect
Ah,
nila was a film called Revolution Laundrette.
ay sorry, akala ko yung kay JT.
Iba pa yan, iba pa yan.
Sorry,
Later pa
kaya
si
pa yun,
JT.
oo.
Uh,
Okay, okay.
uh, this is directed by Mark Chua and Nam Lee Xuan. This is a Singaporean film. It's called A Man Trembles. It's set in the peak of the Asian financial crisis where an ordinary family heads to Sentosa and faces unknown terrors. No, so yeah, I like this a lot. This film is very nice. Um, it reminded the premise reminded me a lot of a film called Picnic starring sino ba starring ng Tadanobu Asano I think and his wife na parang similar yung premise pero ito may anak sila. And may dagdag na dimensions to it. Firstly, the characters speak in Singlish, which is this parang Singaporeanized. Tama ba? Para English lang parang dialect ba or parang pidgin na language na that's very Singaporean and also yung pinapakita dito is parang to what lengths can a family go through um when they're desperate, parang to what depths can a family go to. Yeah. And there's also yung main character nila si Oliver Chong to. Basta the father dun sa pamilya. There's this sense na kasi nga that financial crisis took away yung pera nila and it was his parang responsibility as the breadwinner of the family to provide. May sense siya of inadequacy, parang of betraying his family. And parang na-reflect din yun dun sa very, very wild like final third of the short na hindi mo siya na-expect. Pero yun, I really enjoyed it. Yun lang naman masasabi ko sa kanya. Yeah, it's a nice film. And it's going around the festival circuit. Hopefully, it shows up somewhere again where you guys can watch it with us. Ayun. So, punta naman tayo, Jim, sa susunod. Wow.
Bilis, no?
Mabilis lang naman.
Quick review lang to, guys.
Quick reviews. This one won the Audience Choice Award. Directed by Jermaine Tulbo. This is called Sorry, I Didn't Mean to Pry. So,
It's funny. I like it.
there are two unemployed fresh graduates living together in a house apartment for years. They're both stuck in debts, unemployment, and the Philippine government crisis. They discover the harsh reality through the urgency of a deprived landlady. So, yeah, firstly, nakakatawa. Meron siyang, it's kind of wry or dry humor. Pero yun nga pero it shows yung plight nitong dalawa na yun na nga, wala silang trabaho, hirap na hirap silang makakuha ng trabaho, and nape-pressure pa sila dahil kailangan nila ng pera para tumira sa isang lugar. Otherwise, balik probinsya sila, balik sila with their parents or something. Ayun. So, it's a comedy, but it's, ika nga ni Joker, but it's actually a tragedy.
Mhm.
Malungkot siya, di ba? Yun yung problema natin sa Pilipinas eh. Ang daming trabaho, ang daming taong naghahanap ng trabaho na hindi makakuha ng trabaho.
Mhm.
Ayun. Parang, yun nga eh. Wala lang, yun. Natuwa ako sa humor, pero nalungkot ako kasi, the bigger picture is so tragic for our workers. And
Yes.
very little yung nagagawa ng, yung mga companies and yung gobyerno natin sa pagtulong sa kanila. So, ikaw, Jim, how about you?
Actually, I have the same thought din. Dadagdagan ko na lang din.
Mm.
Kasi, actually with this film, kaya ako natatawa, somewhat nakaka-relate din. Kasi I also experience paano mawala ng work, 'di ba? And
Mhm.
at the same time, alam ko yung pakiramdam nung nag-resign at ang lakas ng loob, tas hindi mo
Mm.
alam, uncertain ka. Tapos ang major issue kasi nung lead characters, may job mismatch. Meaning to say, merong opportunity, pero hindi ito yung natapos nilang discipline or natapos, hindi nila ma-apply yung course na pinag-aralan nila. Ganon.
Mhm.
Kaya parang, di
Mm.
ba, ganun naman talaga kapag hindi mo gusto yung trabaho, mararamdaman mo na talagang it's really work, not not the one that you aim for
O hindi
na
parang
job na
career?
parang
Oo.
hindi career kundi talagang work talaga siya gano'n. So 'di ba
Mm.
kaya malakas yung loob nila parang, ay mag-resign gano'n. Sadly, dahil yung isang character do'n ay gay, ito pa rin po talaga ang katotohanan. Kakaunti lang po talaga ang opportunity for gays or for the LGBTQs and hindi pa rin siya nawawala yung discrimination, 'di ba, in the corporate world 'no. So, ang ganda lang na ano rin yon, nalatag or na-discuss sa film nun. Another thing, itong nakakalungkot din sa mga kababaihan lalo kapag wala ng mahanap na trabaho, they led to sex work, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung
Mm.
ginagawa nung isang dun, nung isang babaeng character.
My gosh. Alam mo ba, Jim, yung parang hindi dito sa Pilipinas ha, pero yung isang employment, yung isang kumpanya, parang ina-urge
Mhm.
niya yung mga employees nila kung kunyari nagkukulang kayo sa funds, mag-set up kayo ng OnlyFans.
Mm,
Narinig mo ba yung news na
sadly.
yun? Ang
Mm.
lungkot eh. Para yun nga, mag-sex work kayo para lang kumita ng pera.
Totoo 'yan. Do'n ako nalungkot sa part ng babae. Tapos 'di ba do'n sa ginawa niyang sex work, hindi pa siya sure, parang na-scam pa siya, 'di ba? So parang
Mm.
sad. Parang this is the sad reality, especially here in the Philippines, guys, 'no, na nandiyan yung you really need to prove yourself more, 'di ba, sa job. 'Pag kahit na may work ka, na job mismatch pa, and then ang lakas ng loob mo to resign, suddenly mahirap maghanap ulit ng kapalit na work, 'di ba? Gano'n. Tapos ayan pa ang reality ng uring manggagawa, especially kapag you're renting an apartment, 'di ba? Kasi
Oo.
siya, expenses siya, no? So, siyempre kaya naman ang mga landlady, they're renting an apartment kasi they wanted to earn money as well, 'no? So, yun. Kaso nakakaloka lang kasi dito sa short film na 'to ay may twist sa ending. Which I really find funny. Nakakatawa talaga.
Oo.
Napaka-intelligent nung na yun nung nung conclusion na yun or nung denouement na yun. Ang galing nung
Ah.
Galing nung filmmaker.
We won't spoil it for you guys para one
Yes.
day mapanood niyo.
Yes.
Ayun. So, that's it for that, no? Let's go to the last film. The last film is directed by Julian Mines. It's part of another. It's actually part of another film festival. Uh, it's called The Misfit. So when a closeted all boys high school student grabs an opportunity to express his feminine side, how do his friends react when they see him being this way for the first time? Um, ayun. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's cute, pero ano, parang may in-expect pa ako from it. And to be fair, I feel the film is it means well. Pero
Mm.
yun nga. Parang ano ba? Parang kulang pa sa nuance sa akin yung pagtanggap nila sa kanilang classmate.
Mm. Okay.
I mean they obviously are, boys. They're obviously a bunch of high school kids pa rin. Hindi mawawala yun. Pero to say na sige, tanggap ka namin, pero to what extent? Parang paano nila tinatanggap yung kanilang kaklase? I mean, they still do they understand their acceptance or parang nonchalant lang ba? I guess I'm not as a as alay lang naman ako. I mean, very limited din naman yung masasabi ko tungkol sa kanya. I'm very interested to hear what members of the LGBT community think about it. Pero yun, it's a nice. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice film. Ikaw, Jim, your opinion on The Misfit?
Actually, this kind of story has been told several times already.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya parang it's not offering something new on the plate, diba? But ang maganda naman dito sa film, kasi this is still the reality na nangyayari. Na kahit may mga barkada kang straight, di ba? Or you're in a all-boys school, meron pa ring difficulty in accepting. Actually, parang di ba dun sa ending nga, nakakalungkot because nagsalita yung isang character doon na we expected more from you nung nahuli nila na naka-crossdress siya. So for me, ang basa ko doon was merong double standard pa rin, no, na nangyayari in the society when it comes to coming out, no, na gay ka, ganyan. So the expectations kasi ng society either discreet, 'di ba? Or kung nag-cross-dress ka, 'di ba, i-all out mo na. So parang alam mo 'yun, parang somewhat meron pa ring dictation or dinedictate pa rin ng society kung ano yung i-accept nila na image ng isang bakla. Yun yung ano, yun yung pinapakita in The Misfit, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Yun lang. Parang yun lang yung ano for me tumatak sa akin in that short film. But as I told earlier, yun nga, ilang beses natin napanood yung mga ganito klase ng coming out stories. But it's ano
Oh,
naman, for me,
marami.
well, ano naman, intention naman yung filmmaker.
And yun. Pero yun nga, I guess din naman parang there's so much you can do with the short. There's only so
Mm.
much you can do with the short format.
Yes. And it's a student, ano, di ba? Student short film.
And it's a student short film. I mean, baka minodel niya to sa kanyang experiences or at least kung ano yung gusto niya
Yes.
sana sa kanyang experiences.
Mm.
So, yun. There. Yun lang, no? That ends our Binisaya discussion.
Very quick.
Very quick
quick lang,
discussion.
guys.
Other films notable, yan, I like Gatas, which won the shootout. There's another one with Bambi Beltran na nakalimutan ko ulit yung title. That's also, it's natawa ako sa punchline sa huli. Shootout din yun. The Sprayer was a very interestingly made short. That's one of the international films. Yung ibang films hindi ko napanood kasi walang subs. Yung mga
Yeah.
yung mga Bisaya na shorts na walang subs, kaya ko pang anuhin kasi asawa ko marunong mag-Bisaya, so nagpapa-translate na lang ako
Sadly,
sa
hindi ko
kanya.
siya maintindihan kasi nga walang
But there were
subtitle.
some other like there were some other international films even na wala ding subtitles. So hopefully yun lang, constructive criticism in the future, malagyan natin ng subs doon.
Ako, just to share, nagustuhan ko yung short film na Ang Paboritong Pinggan ni Nanay, The Woman with the Urn.
Yun.
One of the best ito, Love in the Ungodly Hour. Ang ganda niyan. At for me, this is kind of interesting and somewhat thought-provoking. Yung short film na Jacol or Claire D. Lulu in D major.
Pinanood ko din yon, although parang ano kaya ang gusto niyang masarap naman. Masarap naman. Charet, naging PG-13 tuloy tayo. Masarap naman. Tama ba yun?
Ako kasi while watching it, John, iba yung ano ko, parang iniisip ko paano ma-stimulate ang isang tao with a memory. Yun yung while watching
Oo.
it, 'di ba? Parang experimental yung dating nitong short film na 'to, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba when you say masturbation, iba-iba kasi yung ano niyan, 'di ba? Definition sa iba, no? Like, it's a sin, it's a form of distress, 'di ba? So, dito kasi, is it really a form of distress on the part of the one who did the act? Or is it lingering to a memory na hindi na niya mapanghahawakan? Kasi hindi natin alam paano nangyari doon kay girl.
Actually,
'Di ba?
pwede mong pasukan ng sarili mong context yung nangyayari.
Yes,
Parang
'di ba?
why is he, making jackal? Making jackal?
Yeah. Ayun.
Pero yun, sayang di namin napanood lahat. I'm sure meron tayong mga kakilala friends dyan na napanood nila yung karamihan.
But would like to thank Direk Kit Delihero, of course,
Yes, super
for
thank you,
pushing
Kit.
this Binisaya. Kasi not only as we as a film reviewer got to see itong mga films na ito, but also for providing a platform for regional cinema and continuing it
Exactly.
until now, 'di ba?
Yun ang pinaka-importante. Hopefully nga in the future, yan. And we're expecting. We're anticipating na the next edition of the festival and excited na kami lahat. Yun, no? More power na lang sa lahat ng entrants. I'm sure umiikot yung mga shorts nila, di ba, sa mga festival. More success to you.
Yes.
Ang dami pang sobrang gandang pelikula na hindi namin na-discuss kasi wala na tayong oras. Ayaw na namin naman kayong ipastay dito ng 3 oras para makinig sa amin
By the way, JT, maganda yung ano mo.
Maganda yung sa'yo, JT.
film mo.
I get sa kanya yung I get, hindi, si Tristan Tveres pala yung I get so sad. Yung yung Like People They Change Too. It's my favorite JT Trinidad short. Yan. If that means anything. Pero paborito ko siya kasi it's very similar to something I'm working on right now. It's also about memory and physical spaces. So, and also memoriography, the act of creating memories. So very interesting thematically, ang ganda ng, I agree with the artistic choices na yung, usually kasi si JT, yung mga films niya may voice over, dito wala. Ayun, and I'm excited din sa entry niya sa Q Cinema.
Yes, and supported us again by Archipelago. Their Keith.
And ayun, speaking of Q Cinema, hopefully soon kami ni Jim, kami na lang po yung natitirang members ng Third World Cinema Club. Charot.
Di ba marinig din naman natin si Ses kasi di ba may assignment naman tayo.
I-cover niya ang Q Cinema. Lalagyan namin ng commercial for her Available na sa Food Panda ang kanyang food service.
Yes. Tapsy-tapsy,
Yeah.
guys.
Kain kayo. Masarap yung lemon chicken nila. Siret. Pero yun, abangan nyo yung QC naman episode hopefully soon. I'll also be writing about the Asian Next Wave entries and whatever I can watch sa blog ko. I'm also in the process of making a book, kaya wala masyadong post sa aking blog. Siguro pa isa-isa na lang once per month, ganun lang output ko. Pero ayun it's coming along. It's coming along a bit slowly, pero kasi I'm trying to make a book that hopefully a lot of people will.
Yan,
read.
guys. Please support si Ces sa kanyang Papsi-Tapsi. And also, please support John Tawasil sa kanyang mga books, guys. It's so funny. Kasi nababasa ko yung books niya. No? Like
Ayun.
Emotional Landscapes.
Ayan din.
Yan.
Ibebenta ko sa Shopee, Chirit, o kaya sa Lazada. Ay, Lazada na lang pala kasi.
Sabay ano.
Backtrack bigla. Chiring! Pero yun, good night, good day, good whatever everyone. And from us to you, we'll see you at the movies. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Stay safe pa rin, guys.
Bye.
Always wear the mask. Always wear your mask.
Yes, please. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.